Welcome to Big Dick's Picks. And no, this is not a dick measuring contest. This is your one-stop shop for all your sports gambling comedy podcast needs. I'm Big Mo, and I'm joined today by two wonderful hosts and one not so wonderful host. My two wonderful hosts, though, are Amesy and EPR. I'm actually sitting here live with Amesy.
That's how we do it.
For the first time since I think the first time we recorded.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So, Amesy, how you doing today?
I was doing really good this week. Was up like, $150. Feeling great about myself, feeling great about my betting skills, feeling great about my podcast betting skills. I'll talk about that later. But then I put an ill-fated $5 bet on Merrimack against Florida. Merrimack is losing. It was going to pay out $1,600 or plus $1,600. So now I've lost all faith in my ability to bet any sports, and I want to die, and I never want to meet anyone from Merrimack. So if you're from if you went to college in Merrimack and are listening, I don't think we're going to be friends. Just going to say it straight up.
All that over $5.
Yeah. You know what? I like the sound of that. I hope that your faith is gone and the luck turns our way instead.
Okay, I'm not at EPR's point yet, but
Hey.
I'm not there.
You could be now. It all starts with a $5 bet that fails.
All right. Speaking of people who hopefully have a better record than EPR, this week we've got a lovely guest. We're going to be bringing Jay Will onto the podcast. He's going to be trying his hand to see how he can do, matched up against our previous guests. And I've got a good feeling he's going 3 for 3, or at least better than EPR.
That's not
How you doing, Jay Will?
I'm doing good. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited. I'm gonna give us a winning week. I can't guarantee 3-0. Let's go. Winning
All
week.
right. I love it. I love it. Winning week.
You better do better than these three idiots.
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
Okay. All right, Big Dick. Okay. All right. Well, how are you doing, Big Mo? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Amesy and I did a couple college basketball bets tonight, and lost them immediately. So I think we're gonna lay off the basketball, and just maybe stick to hockey this week.
Leave that to jump shot.
Just sticking to hockey, yeah.
Well, let's wait to hear how our hockey bets are doing before we say that.
Yeah, if they're winning, we could say that confidently. Otherwise, we all still look stupid.
Yep.
Oh man.
And the other voice that you're hearing there is EPR. Last but not least, how are you doing?
No, quite literally last. You're right. In all sense of the podcast here.
Except the snake draft.
That's true. I
Okay.
lead in one thing. I will take those points. I have a trophy for that later if it comes all the way to the end. But no, I'm doing great, man. I feel super motivated. Big Mo and I actually grabbed lunch today. And while we were sitting there, there's European hockey going on the TV. And so Big Mo just throws a bet down on this team. It was hard to even pronounce the name. We didn't know who was who. We're like, the dark or the white team? Oh, wait, this side's the white team. And it was was it 230 odds, Big Mo?
Yeah, 230, yeah.
And literally 60 seconds later after placing it, they scored a goal. And they won that game. So I think he won like $60 or something just sitting over lunch.
But none of those people went to college in Merrimack.
I bet they did not. I don't think they know where that's at, just like I don't.
Well, I learned
it's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and I'm never going there again.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, Big Mo, what's our snake draft this week for all our new listeners to the pod? We always start with a random snake draft every week. Kind of sports related, but very loosely sometimes. We'll see who ends up winning that. Our guest of the week will be voting on the winner after he hears our drafts, our teams.
Yep.
And this week's snake draft is going to be the worst ways to lose a game. I believe it's Amesy as the number one pick.
He does. He gets
All
the
right.
first.
Mo,
I think I go second, and then Big Mo will get the wraparound.
Yeah, that sounds great. I got a couple really, really power players. And I'm gonna go with the one that I know is gonna get picked. So gotta take this guy first. I'm gonna go with letting in a goal while playing an away game next to a bread factory that gives you stage 4 lung cancer. So, you are letting in that goal to lose the game, and you are also taking a terminal illness away from that away game. So kind of a double loss, double whammy for you there. Had to take it there for pick.
Oh, bummer, man. It was there for the taking.
Yeah.
The cancer just came from losing. It wasn't from the
It
bread
might not have
factory.
been from the bread factory. It might have been from the bad shot. All we know is he ended up with it. So, talk about a way to lose.
Imagine if that was Panarin's origin story.
Yeah.
That's why they call him the bread man. They're like, oh, it's not
There
his
you go.
name? Nope.
Yep.
I like it.
That's a
All
solid,
right.
solid pick.
Thank you.
But you maybe made a blunder because you left the first overall on the table. You left it there for me to take. And
More than the bread factory?
yeah, and that's losing to the emergency backup goaltender, who also happens to be your Zamboni driver.
Okay.
That actually happened. That's even extra bonus points for that.
Yes, I really thought that was actually going to go first, truthfully. Even though Ames is not the biggest
Over
hockey guy.
cancer?
Well, that's kind of a lore joke in the hockey community.
Yeah.
That's about the worst thing that's ever happened. So
He gave the entire city of Toronto cancer with that
he
loss.
did.
There you go.
He sure did,
true.
and it's beautiful. So
Hey, made for a good 30 for 30.
yes, that's true. All right, Big Bo, what do you got?
All right, I got a really good first round pick here. It's going to be getting held down and tickled in a wrestling match and losing.
I don't like the way you said that.
Loss.
I don't like the way you said
loss. Wow.
What, you don't like getting tickled?
it.
Losing while laughing is when you're not doing it on purpose, especially that's pretty painful. That's a tough way to go.
Oh my gosh.
You guys have fun
Here,
with that.
EPR.
I'm gonna go smoke a dart.
He does
Oh,
not
wow.
want to be tickled. He's out of here.
Not if I tickle you first.
I was actually hoping he was going to stay around. I had a pick that I was hoping he'd like and give me some points on later,
Yeah.
but I'll wait for
He
that.
does not care. Yeah, honestly, I felt uncomfortable hearing you say it, just the way you said it.
All right,
that's a
Tickler,
good
what do you
first
got?
rounder.
What do you got? What are you doing, Tickler? Come on.
All right, for my second round pick on the wraparound, I'm going to go with the worst way to lose a game is when your team dies in a plane crash on the way to the game.
Oh, we're going real historic.
Oh, history.
And I'm gonna point out your rebuttal to it. I'm gonna say if they just cancel it, then I'm gonna change my pick to your team is on the field and the plane crashes into them.
No,
Okay, that one I haven't seen.
yes. I think even the first choice is valid. I'll give you that because it is possible that maybe due to scheduling errors, they just count it as a loss on the schedule. The other team showed
I don't
up.
know about that. I don't know. I would love to see,
What if they-
I wouldn't love to see it, obviously.
You're not, no, what the fuck?
Let's say the plane crashes into a mountain, everyone dies. And then on the podium, the opponent team gets up and says, "This is a tragedy, but they didn't make it to the game on time." It's
The,
The fans
the
of
college football committee would announce it as a win.
Yeah, they would. Florida State would still not get in, even if that was the
That's true.
team.
they wouldn't honorarily get in.
Looks like George is in, I guess.
Louisville's the team that was on that plane. Florida State's still left out. Tragedy.
Wow.
More than the plane crash.
Right.
R.I.P.
Pretty good pick. Pretty good
Oh.
pick.
All right.
All
What you
right.
got, Amesy?
All right. No, it's
APR.
my turn. It's my
I'll
turn.
take the
Oh yeah.
pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll steal the deal.
All right. So I know previously I mentioned I'm not a huge golf guy in the knowledge, but I know enough. So the worst way to lose a game would be you're at the PGA Tour and you're about to sink that game-winning putt. And just before you do, you stroke out. But the medical staff just sits idly by because they heard that's part of the game. That's
It's
right.
part of the game.
You have a stroke.
I mean, I guess he did gain a stroke.
Yes. Yes.
That's fair.
Oh,
would
it's
be-
going to be a really nice score there with the stroking out. I think that's -10 if I believe. Let's go to a rule
You
down
just,
list.
you just hear it every 10 seconds, bogey, double bogey, triple bogey. All right, he may need some help.
Someone get him.
All right, that's pretty good.
No,
Thank
no,
you.
no. He's a gentleman. He obeys the rules of the game.
All right, that's a good one. I got a rock solid pick that I'm gonna take right now. I'm a little worried with all these other real life scenarios. I'm gonna say the worst way to lose a game is fumbling to your own offensive tackle's ass, leading to the game-winning score. Gotta bring the butt fumble in here. If we're going realistic, we gotta have it.
I like
We
it.
gotta have it.
Let's go, Mark Sanchez.
Literally got retired by ESPN for the not top 10. Nothing ever beat it. It got retired.
Hey, what have you had retired, Amesy?
Well, all my losses actually. But
That's a good one. That's
anyways,
a very good.
I got. Thank you.
I like it.
I've got the wraparound here. This is the one I was hoping if you can get Big Dick back in the room just to give me some votes. I'm going with dropping your box of cigarettes onto the soccer ball before missing your game-winning penalty kick into the stands.
Oh,
So
boy.
not only are you airmailing that over the back of the net, but you also are losing all of your cigarettes at the same time.
That would be
So,
devastating for Big Dick.
Yep.
The cigarettes have hit the ball. The ball's
And it's wide.
and
So
it's
not only do you get it's a lose-lose. It's almost as bad as, and you know what? It'll probably lead to stage 4 lung cancer if you got a pack while you're playing soccer. So a little bit of a triple whammy in there.
Yeah, it's a good thing Big Dick's not the one voting the winner there, because I think he'd take it just on that. He'd go
Yeah.
into cold sweats real fast.
relatable. Yeah.
All right, EPR, what do you got?
All right, it's for me again. Okay.
Yeah.
On the last pick.
Man, this is a tough one, but it's only happened once, but it has happened. And really the worst way to lose a game would be the football field crumbles away at your feet, causing your entire team to fall into the void while a masked buff man comes out to announce the game is over.
Okay, we're going Dark Knight Rises here. I think also for anyone who had a bet back at home on how many times Dark Knight Rises is being picked in the pod, I think that's the second time we've used that scene.
I really liked it. I
so
really
for the
liked this
overall-
last week.
For the over 1.5 betters on Dark Knight Rises, you win. Congratulations.
And to all the Batman fans, thanks for listening.
Yep.
What
are the other drugs?
I thought his last week wasn't Dark Knight Rises. I thought that was the second one. So
I think it was a couple weeks ago, actually. But it's a
Yeah.
good pick.
yeah,
That's a good
It's
pick.
whatever movie Christian Bale does 100 push-ups as soon as he gets out of bed.
exactly. Exactly.
It's that one.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad you guys understood. Right? It'd be devastating.
Yeah, good movie.
It was
Yeah.
for Gotham. I can tell those
That's a good
fans look
flick.
pretty messed up.
That's true.
All right.
Actually, wait. Now that I think about it, remember we had them falling through the ice on that one.
We did.
That one. So we're actually at 3 Dark Knight Rises references on the pod.
In case you guys
There
haven't
you-
caught on, I try to slip one in on these drafts, so it's to see how many I can get over the weeks. That's my true
Yeah.
intention.
Yeah, well done.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
there's also a Dark Knight Rises reference and just how fucked up Big Dick's voice is.
That's
true.
he is the guy with cancer. Oh man. All right.
All right, we got a wraparound, I believe.
You're
All right, boys. Oh, I got a really good third rounder for you here, boys. My third round pick, the worst way to lose a game, would be that the replay booth is a replay booth official is legally blind.
Are you blind? Are you blind?
Yes.
Is it in bounds?
No.
I can't tell.
That one would hurt. The
And then-
inclusion initiative has gone too far.
And then they try to sue, but they just throw it out because it's a discrimination clause.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw what I saw, okay? I'm the referee. You don't know what it's like down there, okay?
I felt it through my feet.
All these people came to watch me, okay?
Like an old man feels a storm.
I don't know why they always schedule me for night games.
All right, that's a good pick.
That's a strong third
All right,
rounder.
what do you got? Final round. First pick, final round.
All
There you
right,
go. I feel it through my feet like an old man feels a storm.
Collect
All
yourself.
right, my fourth round pick is just as good. So, all right, worst way to lose a game. Picture your star player is just wide open with time expiring, and he's running into the end zone, and all of a sudden, a dog runs onto the field. The dog gets in the player's way, and the player just so happens to be Michael Vick. He can't control himself, and he just absolutely starts going to town on the dog, and that allows the tacklers to catch up to him in time and tackle him and end the game in a...
Okay.
All right, this seems very unique. It's kind of a Hawaiian roll
Yeah.
situation. Not a lot of Hawaiian offensive tackles. Not a lot of Mike Vick.
That is a Hawaiian roll pick, Amesy. I was just about to say that. I
It's
feel like he's
fourth round
dreamed
stretch,
this.
okay?
Michael Vick sees the dog, turns around, gets out his wallet, and just starts throwing money at it.
It was on Sports Center.
Go!
You guys didn't see that on Sports Center?
I did.
That's how he got caught.
Oh
Well.
my gosh.
It's a good pick. That's a good fourth round pick.
Oh jeez.
EPR, how you gonna follow with Mike Vick? Mike Vick, not a reference I thought we'd get here. Pre-Dark Knight Rises, one Mike Vick.
Well,
Italian home.
Hey, I've got an OJ reference and a Michael Vick reference. Who's next? Tiger Woods?
I do have another PGA pick. I could do a Tiger Woods one, but I'm going to go with something a little bit more realistic here. A little off-brand for myself, but so just picture this, right? It's the last play of the game. Huge football match. You got to win this. Ball snapped. Clock runs out. You're given the ball and miraculously manage to weave through everyone. And just as you're about to make it to the end zone, the ref trips you. He just says, fuck you.
It's kind of like my dog pick.
Yeah, he says, fuck you, puts his leg out, puts you down in the dirt. And I don't know if he's blind. That might not have to do it with anything, but it's clearly intentional, and he doesn't care.
If he's blind, then it's okay.
Then it's allowed.
That's a good pick. I think it's it's good. It's a good
a fourth round pick.
Yeah, it's a fourth rounder. This guy doesn't have to start every game. That's very fair.
Nope.
All right. I'm gonna set the scene here.
All three of us are setting the scene.
I like it. We clearly had the same idea here.
It's 1961.
Oh, no. On a cold November morning.
No, it's a warm day in Havana, Cuba.
Oh, no.
Rafa, the young 10-year-old Cuban boy, has been practicing juggling and decides he's finally going to play a game on the street. There's only 30 seconds left. And Rafa goes for the kick. He kicks, it goes wide. It hits a neighboring ship. That ship turns out to be an American ship because it's the Cuban Missile Crisis is going on right now. He starts World War III. World War III has been started by that terrible kick, hitting the American submarine, thinking it's a nuclear that's going off, and immediately the missiles launch. Moscow gets destroyed, followed by DC, followed by the rest of the world.
Wow,
That sounds more like a dream. Amesy's or mine?
Well, I can say that that escalated quickly.
You know what? I had to set the scene.
You definitely set the scene.
I loved it.
That is a great fourth round pick. It'd be hard to share with your future, in the dystopian future that you're huddled in your little rock cave underneath what used to be,
true.
Some giant skyscraper. You're telling your great grandchild about how you knew the best soccer player ever.
All I'm saying is, if I lose to dog fighting, I'm throwing a fit. Let's get back on track here for Jay Will. We're gonna go back to our picks. I'll start being first overall. My 4 picks are letting in a goal while playing an away game next to a bread factory, which leads you with 2 stage 4 lung cancer, fumbling on your own offensive tackle's ass, leading the game-winning score. Dropping your box of cigarettes onto the soccer ball before missing a game-winning kick in the stands, and accidentally starting World War III by kicking a ball into American submarine during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
All right. And I've got losing to the emergency backup goaltender, who also happens to be your Zamboni driver. You're at the PGA Tour, you're about to sink that game-winning putt, and just before you do, you stroke out. But the medical staff just sits idly by because they heard that's part of the game. The football field crumbles away under your entire team's feet, and they all fall into the void while a masked buff man comes out to announce the game is over. And lastly, the last play of the game, ball snap, clock runs out, you're given the ball, and as you're running towards the end zone, the ref trips you.
All right, now I'm gonna shoot you straight, Jay Will. It sounds like you're a guy that likes to be shot straight, so I'm just gonna keep it nice and short and sweet for you. Team dies in a plane crash, getting tickled in a wrestling match. Michael Vick just beating a dog, and the replay official is officially blind.
Jay Will, what do you got? Feel free to
Is
talk through.
Is there anything that you would want to
recap.
add?
Yes, please. If you have some, this is the time to add them.
Yeah.
So,
If you have one to add.
Yeah, so I had one that I thought it kind of works with the referee theme, the failed bribe, where you bribe the refs, but they're blind or they just want to keep the money. Because that's really a double loss. You're not only losing the game, but you're losing money.
I like that. Also, probably happens weekly. Weekly.
That is.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to give an honorable mention here? I had one that I wanted to share.
After Jay Will picks, because
sure.
It's got to be fair. 4 picks for everyone.
Oh, this wasn't
Jay
counting
Will,
for me. Sorry.
Oh, what do you think?
So, I have my rankings. I did it in a very scientific way.
I like
so
it.
each draft pick was given a score, and then the one with the best total got the dub.
Okay.
And
This is outstanding.
Science on the pod.
I liked the creativity from Amesy, but I got to go with Big Mo. What put him over the top was the tickling in the wrestling match. That was a good one. I like that one.
Let's go! Freaking lost a tickling.
I absolutely love Jay Will. He's my number one favorite guest.
Gosh.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Big Mo. That was a good draft.
That was a very solid draft. I figured I'd give you guys a chance by picking some more realistic ones. Dumb it down a little bit for you guys. Am I allowed to mention my honorable mention? The one that I was going to use?
What's the honorable mention?
Yes.
EPR?
I was going to say you're about to win the PGA Tour, and a bear mistakenly takes you as its lover and carries you off into the forest.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I chose that one. I swapped it out for getting tripped by a ref because I was like, nah, we got to go with something a little bit more humble at the end.
By the way,
congrats, Big
we'll
Mo.
go after our
Congrats. You ended my 3-week streak?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So we have some games that are going on live right now, but we'll wait till after our picks to brag about them or depending what's going on. We don't know what's happening yet.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Well, that's perfect timing. Big Dick's back, and I think that means it's also time for his picks. So Big Dick, unless you guys have anything else you wanted to add, we can just let him go.
You want to do a quick standings update?
Oh yeah.
Oh sure. Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
he wants to get to his picks. He doesn't.
I'm
he
coming
doesn't
for
care.
you, Big Dick. What? How many weeks has it been? 6 weeks you've been on top? You know, I'm coming.
Hey, Amesy,
Yeah, what's up?
has anyone ever told you you look like a default Wii character?
You know what? I've heard that once or twice. I'm wondering where you got that information. Maybe you're spending way too much time with EPR. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh my
Man.
gosh! I
Wait till he
actually.
has a bad week before he starts pulling out the insults towards Amesy over here.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, go ahead. Give us the update. Give us the
All right.
update, Big Mo.
All right, I will start with you, EPR. EPR starting it off 3-15 or 3-18. Sorry,
3-18.
3-18
Just for everyone at
overall
home,
record.
I think that's 17%, I believe.
We don't need percentages when I'm gonna be in first soon. Just you wait.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll see if EPR's strategy works out this week.
It
But
is.
yeah, he's currently at a negative $1,271
Let's
on
go, baby.
overall basis.
That's
Moving
in-
over to Amesy, Mr. 3 for 3.
3 for 3, 6 for 6 in the last 2 weeks.
6 for 6 last 2 weeks. Amesy has a 9 of 18 total record. He has
50.
now moved to within being profitable at minus $45 overall. Taking it over to me. I am currently at 8 of 18, and I am at negative $204, trying to turn it around this week. And last but not least, we got Big Dick. He is currently at a 10 of 18 record and at a profit of $217.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's still been pretty dominant.
Stumbling.
I'll give him that.
But he's stumbling.
He has
And
stumbled
for all of
last week.
our he did stumble. And he's honestly got to be worried about the guests that we have on this pod, starting with our boy Jay Will this week. But a quick update on our guest
I was
standings.
about to say, you know, he's not worried about Gandhi of Glizzy.
Yeah, Gandhi of Glizzy really let us down. We'll start with the bottom going up. Gandhi of Glizzy is in last place. He went 0 for 3 for the first time that a guest has been on this pod. Negative $300, obviously, in total profit.
Yeah.
Then, moving up to Salty, he is at 1 and 3. He's at negative $9, I believe. We might need to check that.
I was gonna say, I think we actually confirmed it's minus 102 for him. We do have to
minus
adjust for that.
102 for Salty.
Yes.
Yep. Jump Shot in third. 2 out of 3. $262 in profit. Then we got Mikey
Nice.
in second. 2 out of 3 plus $280. And finally, our likely number one going into the bracket, Mike, who went 2 for 3 at plus $428.
That's what those parlays will do for you, baby. Let's go.
If you're good at them.
I was about to say, wait, was the 17%er speaking? I'm sorry. We turned down his mic a little bit.
Yes,
We
he
got to the
was.
pudding.
Here, let me get closer for you, Amesy, so you can hear me. You
All right,
dick.
all right, just checking. Okay, speaking of dicks, let's talk to the biggest one. What do you got? Pick number 1.
Okay, so for my first pick, I've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Atlanta Falcons. There's not a lot to root for between these two teams, but the Bucs have more spirit. The spirit of Tom Brady, that is. His ghost still lingers in the stadium to this day since his passing, and they say if you count to 12 seconds, you can actually hear the distant screams of 28-3 echoing out. Baker Mayfield will make himself an empty vessel to Tom's spirit and win the game in stunning fashion. Those odds are plus 120.
What the hell are you on?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, first off, big dicks attracted to, sports dicks, like moths to a flame. It's quite impressive.
He's consistent.
But yeah, Tom Brady's gone. Deal with it, pal.
Tom, if you can hear me, I love you.
All
All right. Okay.
Oh
Okay,
my
man.
gosh.
I'm just bored. Let's go.
Let's go. Big Dick,
All right,
what do you
Big
got?
Dick.
What do you got for the second one?
All right, for my second pick, I've got a soccer bet since we picked up some European fans after those NFL games in England. As soon as I saw this name, I knew I had to bet on them. I've got Man City taking it to Aston Villa for minus 135 odds. Does this even need explaining? It's a whole city of men. That means there's zero distractions and they can spend that time training to win. I think I might look at moving there next.
You probably should, so you can leave us alone.
I will say, Big Dick, man, it does stand for Manchester,
I don't
not
believe you.
man as in. Okay. All right.
He's not lying, Big Dick. That's what it's called.
Why would they trick people like that?
It's not a trick. That's just the name of the city, you dipshit.
Yeah, you have a computer. Look it up, buddy.
We actually
Wow.
he lost internet privileges, I think, a long time ago. I think they banned him
Yeah,
with his internet searches.
He spent too much time thinking about Tom, and so he mailed in. He was like, "Men, okay, that's me." All right. What's your third pick?
For my last pick, I've got the most exciting game on the NFL schedule this weekend. New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Since the league is clearly out to punish Belichick for his incredible style, I don't trust that the refs will allow them to win. So I took the under in this game of 30 points. Pittsburgh admittedly has a good defense, but they're basically the Iowa Hawkeyes of the NFL. No offense. So for that, I'm taking the under 30 for minus 108 odds.
I actually kind of
Yeah.
agree with him on that one. That's actually
Yeah,
a valid reason.
I mean, the only reason I didn't bet that game is because I didn't want to sit through the torture of watching that
yes,
game.
yes.
Might actually be a good bet, especially after he got it. I bet the under's probably actually gone down a little bit after Kenny Pickett's out with surgery now, so it might even be lower.
Who
He might have gotten
knows?
in at a good number.
Who knows? But yeah, I mean, not only are they, as he says, the Iowa Hawkeyes of the NFL, they have the same colors. So maybe there's something to do with that.
I was literally nodding my head the whole time he
I
was
was.
talking right there.
Makes sense.
We
Don't want it
actually
to go
agree
to
with you for
big
once,
bet,
Big
but it makes
Dick.
sense.
Oh.
Yep.
Now get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Do we think he
Well-
do you think he does better than last week?
I
I
mean,
think so.
yeah.
Probably.
I mean, I think the Man City bet's actually pretty good. And I would probably bet the under again if I actually wanted to watch that game, which I really don't.
Yeah.
So, especially those two, I feel good about. I would say Bucks Falcons is a push. Really depending on if the Falcons actually start using their talented players, but we'll see. I've been saying that all season long, and they haven't. So
I mean, it is.
I didn't realize that Tom Brady's ghost was going to be there. I might bet on that.
It is plus odds, so obviously the Bucks aren't
Yeah.
favored.
but it's close. I bet it's probably like 2.5 or something.
No, yeah, you said 120. So
Yeah. So it's real close.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to the the part of the pod that makes money. The part of the pod that it's this is where you're gonna want to
Me?
bet, folks.
So with me first? Is that...
I was about to say, oh yeah, you win. How are the Rangers doing? Oh, we'll get to that later.
I just wanted to follow up with that real quick. It was it was part of
All
it.
right. I got 3 bets this week. I'm going first back to my my bread and butter with football. I'm going alternate spread on the Houston Texans minus 9.5 against the New York Jets for plus 133. Even though Tank Dell is out, I really, really like the Texans offense. I've been on them really since the start. I got that futures bet still sitting there on the board for Texans to win the division. So, I've been a big CJ Stroud fan. And it's just been really great watching him develop. I I don't think the Jets are going to stop. I mean, I think it might be an ugly game, but I bet they win, 22-6 or something. So -9.5, I feel like is very, very possible, especially for positive odds. I really think that the spread's a little low on this one.
Yeah, and if you historically go back, you're pretty good at those -9.5 odds, right? The last time.
Hey, that was before winning Amesy here. That was before winning Amesy.
Yeah, I think you're
Amesy
reverting back to the old ways on that one.
No, I mean, it's true. It's true.
9.5 points is a lot, especially when it's -9.5.
Yeah.
My one question is, who's the Jets quarterback?
I mean, true, but how many times are there that big of blowouts in the NFL?
Every time the Jets play.
Don't the Jets still have a good defense?
They do, but they don't score. I would actually, I wonder.
Yeah, but what if it's 7-0 final score?
Well, it's possible, and I think that's why the number is what it is. But I just trust C.J. Stroud to actually get points. The Jets in their last 6 games have not scored over 13 points.
Yikes!
And over half of those, they have scored less than 8. So, yeah, that's why I'm trusting this game. We'll see. Going out on the limb there. My second bet, I got a NHL parlay. We know that I'm the hockey man of the of the podcast. So I just thought I'd really give our hockey listeners, something to pick at here.
Oh yeah, buddy. You ever rip down to the fucking marquee and grab a Gato with the boys?
Get back on your horse and get north there, Mister Man. So I got the Wings -125 and the Islanders -285 for a 2-pick parlay of +143. Both of those games are going on right now, ladies and gentlemen.
That's brave coming from the Wii character.
It is. And guess what? This me character currently Wings up 4-1, Islanders up 2-1, both at the end of the second period. Yep. So, we're feeling good. Hopefully you saw it on Instagram and followed me there.
Yeah.
Can Amesy go 3 for 3 weeks in a row? Tune in next week on Dragons these balls across your face.
Wow. You know what? I was really feeling good there for a second. I was really feeling good. But I mean, I guess it makes sense that the biggest dick on the podcast does turn into a sore loser when he starts to actually lose the pod.
Shit.
All right. So for my third win of the week, my third bet of the week, I'm gonna be going with the Bengals +1 at -110. I was going to go with the Jags. However, I was allowed a re-pick since the Jags quarterback now has a high ankle sprain. So I'm going to be going with the Bengals -110 for my third win of the week.
If Amesy wins it, though, he gets an asterisk next to the 3 for 3.
That's fine. You know what? You can call me 8 for 8 with an asterisk. I'll take it.
Yeah, I hope you can keep it rolling, man. It's been a good ride. Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm actually pulling for you too. I need someone to be above Big Dick.
Yeah, that's kind of the only reason. That's about it.
Yeah,
it's not going to be me for a little bit until my full plan. Comes.
Hey, once we get there, you'll have to talk about EPR's Desperation a little bit. When you get to your picks, because it was quite a roller coaster this weekend.
Yeah.
But do you who wants to go second? Big Mo, you want to go second? Or third?
Yeah, if you want.
Otherwise... Yeah, I'll go second.
We'll leave the parlays.
You always leave me for last. Yeah. I feel like I'm in last. You put me in last. It's fine. Fine.
Well, you are. All right, carry on. No, it's saving the anticipation for the parlays to get to a fever pitch.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, we gotta warm up the ashtray with EPR's Desperation parlays.
All right. Big Mo, what do you got? You got some
All
hockey
right.
for us?
I do have 3 separate hockey bets
Woo!
this week. Currently, they're all happening, and 2 of them are looking pretty good. One of them is not looking very good at all, and I think EPR and I were thinking the same thing, but I'll let him get to that.
Yeah.
I'll start with the first one that is currently not looking so hot. I had the Rangers money line against the Ottawa Senators, currently losing 5-2. I thought that the Rangers were just going to be that higher caliber team and get the job done on the road, but it looks like the Ottawa Senators have been up to the task. So we'll see if they can come back. It looks like there's 13 minutes left in the third. So crazier things have happened, and we'll keep you updated next week. But moving on to my second pick, I have the Red Wings money line -135. That one is currently 4-1, like Amesy pointed out.
Let's go.
So that one is looking absolutely solid. And for my third and final pick, I have the Avalanche -1.5. They just scored on their first shot of the game with Curtis McDermott, the absolute grinder, the muckfest machine,
Dermy.
the 6'5" enforcer. So it's looking good.
Looking good.
Yeah, we'll be watching this as we record. So if anything else happens, we'll keep you posted.
And
why don't we move on?
Usually when Dermy scores, because he's not the guy that scores, they typically win those games. Typically. So
yeah,
it's a
hockey.
weird, it's a
you
weird
almost
stat.
just jinxed that. They almost just got scored on.
I'm just saying that's just a funny statistic. So
It is a great statistic, and Dermy is the best. I love Dermy.
he is a locker room
Same.
guy.
All right, EPR, what do you got for us?
Oh boy. All right. Well, as you mentioned, this is not off to a hot start. So I didn't want to take the same picks before we submitted these. Big Mo and I actually had pretty much the exact same ones, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll mix mine up a little bit, do some other things, throw mine into a parlay to sweeten the odds here. So I'll get to that here in a second, but actually, I'll lead with those two. I have parlayed together. I've got the Avalanche, the Rangers, and the Islanders money line. Islanders and Avalanche are winning. Rangers aren't. That's what's gonna it could come back. Who knows? And those are plus 204 odds. So if it happens, big win for me.
That's true.
I'm pulling for it.
7
Yeah,
minutes left.
I know you're pulling for it, but yeah, that's not looking good at all. And then unfortunately, in the same situation, not unfortunate, but
Kings came back.
Kings came back 3-3.
Well, no,
3-3.
I know it's tied, but that's my point. It's tied right now. I've got the Kings and the Red Wings parlayed for plus 162. So if the Kings can pull that out, I'll have my first parlay win here in a while.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you are keeping track, this is the first ever triple bet on the pod. All 3 of us going with the Wings, and the Wings are pulling through. So if we all hey, last week all 3 of us agreed about that Washington upset, and look what happened. So if we're all in agreement, then maybe you should go with it. That's what you're hearing.
Big Dick's Picks unite.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, there's actually a good reason to the Red Wings one though. Here is my validation for it. Not only who they're playing, truthfully, I think the Sabres have been a kind of a struggling team right now to find some identity again. But also with the recent news of Kaner joining them, I thought it was going to give them that slight morale boost for them to just want to go at it. So I felt like they're going to try to send a message, and so far they're kind of doing that. So now I just need the Kings to do that as well, and I'm not someone who normally can root for the Kings, so you'll get this one time, Kings fans out there. All right, and my last parlay. This one, going back to, I like to call my bread and butter, the NFL.
Your bread and butter parlays over plus 500.
Yeah, baby. If bread and butter were both left
Bread and
out,
butter is burning $100.
yeah, I was gonna say bread and butter being stale bread, and the butter went very sour weeks ago. I've got the Baltimore Ravens spread -7, the Detroit Lions spread -3, the Houston
spreads.
Texans money line and the Saints money line. I really feel pretty good about this one. I say that every time, but I feel like the Ravens are definitely the better team. They should cover that against a pretty bad. I don't even remember who they're playing, truthfully. When I picked it, I just went, all right, Baltimore is going to win this. I'm going with my heart. Lions also. I feel like I'm getting a lot of chuckles here and zero support. You guys want to hear those odds?
Yes.
Yeah, plus 573. You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
I really hope one
I
of your
believe
longer
it.
parlays hit CPR because I think it would be.
By the way,
great.
the Ravens are playing the super hot Rams.
Yeah, are you saying super hot isn't a joke? Because I didn't think they were very good.
No, they're really good. They're actually coming on strong late. Cooper Kupp's back.
That's even more reason for them not to do well. Every time I bet on the team that's going hot in the NFL, they just throw an absolute lemon. So,
All right.
I'm going with my heart on this one, whereas before I went logically. This is just a heart parlay. That's what I need right now.
Rams won their last 2 games by an average of 19 points.
Means nothing to me. I don't watch the Ravens, so
All right.
yeah, you'll have to be with
I
me in
believe.
spirit. So
I
I want to pause for a second and give everyone listening a quick recap of what happened last week, just so you guys understand. My desperation parlays came so close to going 2 for 3. I lost on one team who had 3 touchdowns called back. That was brutal. And that was the one leg that failed on that one. And then the last hope I had for one of them to hit was my massive 8-leg parlay with the Denver Broncos needing to win that game. And they literally had a chance the last play of the game, and they threw a pick in the red zone. Like, what were they on the 7-yard line or 8-yard line or something? Big Mo?
Yeah. I mean,
You don't have to make me relive it.
No, but trust me, I relived it with more pain than you did. I think it was. I
had a lot of money on that game.
That's true. That's true. Never mind. I forgot about that. You did throw a good sum of money on that. You degenerate.
you were close. You were close.
If that hit, I would be currently not just second on the pod. I would be confirmed second, but possibly actually in first right now. So that's how close I'm coming.
If it only hit, you were that close. Words you never hear at a casino. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Jeez.
I believe.
You'll be in last next week too.
Fuck you, big dick. This guy has no faith in me at all.
Sucks to suck.
It does.
Hey, you know what?
It actually
though?
does.
I do love that you're staying positive because these are desperation parlays, and the definition of desperation for all of those at home is a loss of hope and surrender to despair. Will EPR's picks this week make him succumb to despair?
Lead him to a loss of hope and surrender to despair.
I don't know. I think EPR is going to find a way. It doesn't matter what point in the season here. I think he's going to have one of these crazy parlays that hit, and one of us is going to be left with egg on our face last place.
When it does hit, I mean, every week it's just growing.
Yeah,
every week it's growing. But you can, it could be this week.
Yeah.
You never know. Could be this week.
EPR's gone with the interesting strategy of winning 3% of his bets but being profitable. So,
and I mean,
that'd be fucking sick.
Your odds are under 1,000, which is better than last week's. So
I'm just teaching my young bettors out there that anything is possible in the world of betting. If you believe hard enough.
All right, Jay Will, you are now up. I hope you don't have a plus 1,000 parlay.
I do not, but I will be tailing EPR's parlay. I like it.
Okay.
Feel good about it.
All right.
Thank you.
But for my picks, I've got a Wednesday night basketball game. So I like the Oklahoma City Thunder -2 against the Houston Rockets. And that's really just because, I think the Thunder are legit and I think the Rockets are kind of frauds. So The Rockets
do
have
the,
a good young team, but they're not there yet. Well, I think
who do the Thunder have? Who do they? They got some good folks.
all-
They got that one guy with 3 names, right?
yeah, oh yeah, SGA. If you've got
Yeah.
SGA, like he is fantastic. He's one of the best players in the league. So I always like to go with him. But
All right, that's fair.
so that's
like that.
yeah, that's my first one. And my second one, similar to Big Dicks, but I'm going with Pittsburgh -6 against the Patriots. And I agree the Pittsburgh defense is good. I think the Pittsburgh offense actually benefits from what's being taken away with, Kenny Pickett being out and with Matt Canada being fired. I feel like they actually can put up some points. In the Patriots, I would be surprised if they score more than 7 points. They got shut out against the Chargers, who do not have a good defense. So
that was wild.
Sound logic.
For
I
everyone,
like that.
for everyone who saw last week, the Chargers won against the Patriots 6-0, which is literally a score I've never seen in a professional football game. So
That looks more like a hockey game.
It does
Yeah.
look more like a hockey game or a baseball game. So
Yeah.
that's wild.
So if the Steelers can just put up 14 points, I think they'll be good there.
Yeah, they'll cover.
Yep.
Nice.
And then finally, I've got the Broncos +2.5 against the Chargers. Now, this is, I don't know,
Let's go.
maybe controversials, but Broncos country, let's ride. I believe in them, and I mostly just think the Chargers are. I think the Chargers suck, so that's kind of the.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Thank you.
Everyone in agreement on the pod. Wow. This is a new pin this moment, ladies and gentlemen. Pin this moment.
We can all agree the Chargers suck.
Yeah,
I saw a
Jay will, just so you're aware, if he agrees with you, I think that means he likes you. So
Oh.
that's a big badge of honor.
I don't know if that's good though. But by the way, there was a stat and it showed all of the wide receivers that got drafted this year that have more yards than Quentin Johnson, who the Chargers picked in the first round. There's literally like 12 to 14 wide receivers that were picked later than Quentin Johnson that have more yards than him. So, it just shows the Chargers offense and also that he sucks.
Yeah, agree. I like the Broncos.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
That's right.
Jay Will is definitely my favorite guest.
Okay. You're just saying that because he picked your freaking body. He picked your freaking draft.
That has nothing to do with it.
He can have his allegiance to him for any reason he chooses.
You're just trying to butter him up if he comes back.
He's playing the long game.
All right.
That's a good pick, though.
okay, well,
I think these all have been, other than the initial hockey ones, pretty diverse. So we're hitting a lot of sports on this one.
Yeah, not me.
Not you. Not you. Just, I meant collectively across everyone.
All right. Well, good picks. At least, everyone but Big Dick. So, no, actually, Big Dick, I'm joking. I'm joking. I liked your picks this week.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's time for everyone's second favorite part of the pod after listening to AMZ Stocks.
The ashtray parlay.
The ashtray parlay. I thought you guys said I already did it. We're done.
I mean,
That was a warm up.
Oh, the warm up. I see. So you were saying I was
last week.
I was throwing some butts in there so you can just dig around a little bit more. I got you.
Exactly. And you know what? You're not getting, I can't give you the same amount of crap as last week, because last week you had plus 1,200, plus 1,300. This week you got some good bets. I like it. I think you're gonna break your streak of 0-3.
Thank you.
I'm not going to promise more than 1-3, but I'm trying to be optimistic.
You're like, if you win one, that's 33%, which is already 30% better than all of your other weeks.
Hey, I didn't say it.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's fair. I'll take it.
I am glad that you did warm up our crowd, though, EPR. It's always nice to have a warm up act. It's kind of like a live sex show or something You know, you're just the chick that walks out just naked, just look at my tits, just look at them. All right, and then you walk off. Right before a chick comes out and just starts fisting herself. And that's what the ashtray parlay is. That's exactly what it is. Getting fisted every single week because we lose you money. That's all we do. The ashtray parlay. That's all we do. But
just $1.
I think I liked Indian King Charles better.
But if you are just crazy enough to just chuck $1 on it and just follow along, you might just find that one Marlboro. And for all of our listeners at home, the thought behind this is every single week we put together just the biggest long shot parlay with the highest potential of payout and also maybe possibly happening. Has any of them happened? No. Absolutely 0 of them have happened. Most of them lose on the first leg. But just maybe this week is different. Maybe
it has to be.
You go in.
It literally
and
has
you
to
just
be.
start digging through that ashtray and looking for that one perfect unsmoked Marlboro because you're more desperate than Big Dick is to get McDonald's on a Wednesday. You're even more of a fiend than Big Dick is when he really, really wants a cigarette.
You're pathetic.
You fuck you, Big Dick. Don't interrupt me, you motherfucker. I'm in the middle of something here.
Keep going.
You're even more disgusting than Big Dick's mutant back hair.
Your face is worse than EPR's picks.
All right, that's not acceptable. I feel attacked.
All right, we've been derailed. We've been derailed.
God damn it! I just want to give the people what they want. They want their money.
Hey, wait! While we're being derailed, EPR, I've got some big news.
Yeah.
You just won your first fucking parlay in a long time. Overtime! He won it overtime! He won it overtime!
Jesus, believe in miracles! Yes!
Guys, I'm 1 for 1 for like the next 5 minutes until the Rangers lose. Oh wait, the Rangers
actually,
lost. I'm 1 for 2. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, man.
Get back to the ashtray. The people need to know. They need to know what kind of fiends they're gonna be digging their hands.
Let's get fisted. Here we go.
I'm just gonna restart. I'm gonna stop turfing Big Dick
Big
in
Dick,
the middle of my.
do you have anything else that you want to say? Get it out of your system now.
Your face looks like a 3-week-old pound of hamburger left out on the countertop.
Okay. Are you done now?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Go ahead.
We found the Marlboro. We found it. What is it?
Oh man.
All right, Big Bo, start this one for him.
All right. I'm gonna start this off right for all of our listeners at home. I want you guys to picture that you are just absolutely fiending. You are a smoker. You've smoked your whole life. Your dad taught you how to smoke when you were 3. You're just ripping darts in your Blues Clues pajamas, hey, Amesy, just watching the Monstars, just ripping darts while your dad does bench press. And you've just been smoking your whole life. And all of a sudden, one night, you run out of darts.
No.
You run out of darts. What are you going to do? You've been smoking since you were 3. You're going to start fucking fiending. You're going to start looking through everything. You're going to rip the fucking drywall off the wall.
The drywall.
The door is going to come off, and you're going to be looking in the door for your cigarettes, for your darts. And you're not going to find any. Because who the fuck puts cigarettes in the fucking door? Like, what are you, a fucking idiot? I guess you would be pretty stupid if you started smoking darts at 3. But anyways, I'm derailed again. You're still fucking fiending. You're looking around. You start running around outside on all fours because you're just fucking becoming primal. And then you find that one ashtray. You start digging through it. You start feeling butts. Finally, you start feeling one that feels like it's a full Marlboro.
Oh,
And
yes.
you start pulling it out, and it just starts looking better and better. It's just slowly coming out of the sand. And as you pull it out, oh my God, it's a full fucking dart, boys! Let's go!
Let's go! I can feel it this week. The
Okay,
near
that's exactly
misses.
what this bet is, boys. It's that full Marlboro. It's going to be all NFL because college football did me dirty just like it did Florida State this week.
And
Starting
me.
off, we're riding Big Dick. We're going under 30.5 in the Patriots at the Steelers. Then we're going Ravens -7 against the Rams. Then we're going to the Bucks. We're channeling Tom Brady's spirit. Holy shit. And then we're going to the Saints -5.5. Then to the Colts beating the Bengals. The Lions beating the decrepit Bears. And the Houston Texans beating the Jets. Didn't know that fucking Trevor Lawrence was out yet, but fuck it. The Jaguars are going to beat the Browns. And then the Raiders. I'm not even going to be pumped about it. The Raiders are going to beat the Vikings. And then the 49ers are going to win by over 11, -10.5 against the Seahawks. The Bills are going to upset the Chiefs on the road. The Broncos are going to get back to business. And the Eagles are going to beat the Cowboys. $1. Boys, $1. $1. I'm fiending, boys.
What's a win?
Plus 501,709 odds for a total payout of $5,018.09. The most darts that you could ever buy on an ashtray parlay. Let's fucking go!
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of darts.
Let's get past the first game, folks. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get past the first game this week. I have a feeling.
I just heard Big
Boys,
Dick
I was
sucking one
redder.
down.
I was redder than the. I was redder than the devil's dick on that one, boys. My veins were popping out of my
In
forehead.
second, he looked like a Michigan cherry.
I could visualize it. I felt it. Oh man.
All right. And on that note, what do we have to say about responsible betting?
In case you're putting
On
your
that
entire
note.
mortgage on that.
If you just took a bunch of roids and you're just ripping the bench press and you're thinking about going to the casino, you might want to call the gambling hotline. That gambling hotline is 1-800-522-4700. It's okay to reach out if you have a problem
Yeah,
with
I did it
gambling.
last week.
If gambling is taking control over your life like EPR, EPR, how did that go?
Yeah, it worked pretty well for me. I lowered my parlay.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't think the gambling hotline is going to tell you to do shorter leg parlays. I think EPR is getting a little
with gambling, bet the same amount, just pick less teams.
They talked
Call
me
the
off
gambling
the
hotline.
ledge.
They'll tell you to bet the under.
That's what Big Dick's been doing this whole time. He's been calling that number and he's like, hey, what should I do for this? So they keep getting it right.
You got the Patriots this weekend. Oh, fuck you.
All right.
Yeah, call that number if you need help. And while you're at it, while you're dialing that number and you're thinking about all the good choices you're now going to make, maybe include following us on our socials. We've got Instagram, we've got X, we have the podcast, of course. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, please check out both. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to us, follow us, download our actual podcast itself when it comes out. We love to see it. We love to see interaction. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment, do something, tell us you're alive, give us a pulse. So follow us on our socials.
Or just chirp EPR.
You can do that too.
You literally can do that.
We want Big Dick on a billboard in Times Square.
I'm just
But
saying,
to do that, we do need to reach a few more people.
when this
Currently, there's like 25 of you.
hey,
Like 60.
when this episode releases, if within a week I don't have at least 2 comments chirping me that aren't one of these 3 assholes currently that I'm talking to,
Then he's gonna double his parlay.
I'm gonna stop doing parlays, and you guys are gonna be disappointed.
Whoa.
So leave a fucking comment, or I'll stop the parlays. You got it? That's a threat.
He's
So
the
follow
one
us
that-
at
he's-
Big Richard's Picks, okay? Do it.
He's turning off the tap, boys. We gotta take this seriously.
I'll fucking do it.
I'll euthanize you. I'll euthanize you, BPR. I promise I'll be nice.
Thank you. Do it gentle.
If you don't comment, I'll euthanize EPR.
Let's wait till we have a couple more weeks, or we can't go immediately to euthanizing.
No,
we
you've
gotta
got
go
till
slowly into
till
it.
next Wednesday, the 13th, to do this, or it's done. It's over.
All right. And on that note, speaking of other people who might be done or over, boys, we got any butts of the week this week? Butts of the week.
Yeah,
I want to go last.
yeah. I've got a pretty solid one. I'm gonna have to give this one to Russell Wilson for throwing a fucking pick at the last play of the game and ruining my chances for being in first right now. That asshole just devastated me. And you know what? I think even though I'm not trying to hate exclusively on Russ every week, just this one time, Big Mo can also agree. It fucked him over too. So the butt of the week for me is Russell Wilson and his interception. Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ still my boy. Russ still my boy.
We gotta let him cook. We gotta let him cook. My butt of the week is Merrimack, the worst school I've ever heard of in my entire life. Honestly, first off, this thing should become a state college, and maybe even a community college.
Because of $5?
I'm fucking livid at Merrimack right now. So, you know what? I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Yeah, fuck Merrimack. What do you got?
And my absolute biggest butt of the week ever is the absolute rotten stench that comes off of Big Dick when he enters a room. God damn, what the fuck is this guy getting into? Is he crawling under bridges? Like, what are you doing, Big Dick? Like, you smell like a fucking rotten cabbage that's just been sitting inside of a dead fish for 10 years.
I was gonna say
it's brutal.
It's kind of a mixture of old food and Axe body spray.
Yeah, he's trying to cover it, and it's just fucking, it's horrible. Like, go take a shower.
You just
stay away from you.
It's an easy answer. Not near you.
Why do you think me and Big Mo are moving, dude?
Yeah. We're going away from you, Big Dick.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a pretty good butt, considering he smells like one. So, it's I think we should pass it off to J Will. J Will, you don't have to, but is there anything that happened this week in sports or in general that feels like a butt of the week?
That especially sucks.
Yeah, something that just sucks.
This is good time
you
to vent.
You can talk about non-sport related stuff, like people that sit in the fucking left lane on the highway. Those dumb motherfuckers.
Okay,
get the fuck over.
One per person.
Yeah. Calm
right.
down there, Big Mo.
Sorry, J Will. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no worries. I try to have a positive attitude about people. I don't want to be negative, but I got to shout out one of my least favorite players ever, Landry Shamet. I don't know what he did this week, but I hate him, and so he's always my butt of the
All
week.
right.
There's not a reason
You
for that,
heard it. Fuck you, Landry
but I
Shamet.
think we evangelize, the Landry Shamet hate, and then
Okay.
Sky Moore is my real official butt of the week because he just ran a really bad route and he cost the Chiefs that game. And
As a Packers fan, I'm a big Sky Moore fan.
I know
that was pretty hilarious. It was a terrible route. It was terrible. It was hilarious. Former
That's a
Western
good one.
Michigan alum, Sky Moore. Go back to the state.
Yeah,
all right.
That's solid.
I love those butts of the week, J Will. Still number one for me.
Yes, sir. Hey, great pod, guys. Thanks for joining us this week, J Will. Good luck on your picks. We're excited to have you back when we get into our guest tournament that's going to be going on later.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, boys, do we have any futures that we wanted to add? I didn't personally, but you're all welcome to throw
I
some
do
in.
not have one either. I do not.
Nope, I'm still just riding the toe drag release Connor Bedard bet. Let's go.
I'm on the Texans. I'm on the Texans there, yes.
All right, sweet.
Are you Canadian from Texas?
No, I don't want to hear that ever again out of your mouth.
He's like a Swedish Canadian Texan farmer.
It's called being from Ottawa.
He's like,
All right.
hey there, Ozer. Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
On that note, boys, should we call it?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
absolutely. Follow us on our socials, and yeah.
Thanks.
And thanks again to Jay Will.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys.
Alrighty.
See ya.